In search of new and valuable trade routes to India and China, a man commands a fleet of 3 ships west across the Atlantic Ocean. He and his crew battle harsh conditions and chart an unknown course across the ocean in hopes of bringing glory and power to Spain. His name? Christopher Columbus. His legacy? Complex and controversial, but his impact on history is undeniable in the creation of the Columbian Exchange. The age of exploration began in the 1400s and lasted through the 1600s. European countries sought to find faster trade routes to Asia and began commissioning explorers to find new ways to reach China and India via water. Later, explorers were sent to discover new lands for settlement and find gold and riches to bring back to Europe. In 1492, Spain financed a voyage led by Christopher Columbus to find a water route to Asia and convert people he encountered along the way to Christianity. On August 3, 1492, Christopher Columbus and a crew of men on 3 ships set sail west across the Atlantic Ocean. A few months later, on October the 12th, the crew spotted land. While Columbus believed he had reached the East Indies, in reality he was in today's Bahama Islands off the coast of North America. His discovery opened the doors to countless explorers, colonizers, and settlers, and opened new trade routes between the New World and the Old World in what historians would later call the Columbian Exchange. The Columbian Exchange was the trade and transportation of raw materials, animals, plants, diseases, and yes, people, between North and South America, Europe, Asia, and Africa. As European explorers crossed the Atlantic Ocean, they brought crops, animals, enslaved persons, and bacterial diseases with them, dramatically changing the lives of people around the world. Resources from the Americas like corn, tobacco, beans, squash, potatoes, cacao, pumpkins, cotton, timber, and more were brought to Europe along with enslaved indigenous peoples. From Europe, Africa, and Asia, animals like pigs, horses, sheep, chickens, and cattle, along with plants such as apples, grapes, bananas, olives, and citrus fruits, made their way across the Atlantic Ocean, along with something more deadly. Diseases such as smallpox, malaria, measles, diphtheria, typhus, whooping cough, and influenza killed millions of indigenous people who fell ill when Europeans explored and colonized their homelands. Additionally, enslaved persons from Africa were brought to the Americas and forced to work for the Europeans who colonized the region. The impacts, positive and negative, of the Columbian Exchange affected people far and wide. It gave Europeans access to new sources of food and raw materials that could convert into wealth-generating goods. It also brought animals, such as horses, to the Americas, as well as new plants that grew well in the region. The spread of diseases, the deaths of millions of indigenous people, and the rise of enslaved labor in the Americas, however, cannot be ignored. The Columbian Exchange left lasting effects on the history of the world far after the age of exploration, as it fueled the power and wealth of the growing and mighty European empires. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. To keep up to date on the newest videos from the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. I'll see you next time. In the meantime, keep pursuing history.